right. Welcome back to part 2. In a lot of bigger machines, they always paste a schematic inside the unit, so you know what the circuits look like. Unfortunately, after 60 years, this one didn't fare too well. Fortunately, because Lincoln is a top vendor in America and the world of welders, they were gracious enough to provide a copy of the original owner's manual for this unit. I was able to get a copy of the schematic out of the manual that was pretty close to my unit. After 1967, the output ripple caps were dropped from the design. I removed all the capacitors from the unit in order to measure them. I was shocked that every capacitor in this unit was not only intact, but was within specification. I noticed the leads were in pretty rough shape, so I used the opportunity to remove the original leads and solder on new ones with some nice shrink wrap and nice terminals. I didn't catch all of the soldering work as it was over 100 degrees this day and the camera kept overheating and turning itself off. Although the Lincoln manual did a really great job of telling me what parts to buy from them, it didn't tell me what the capacitance or resistive values of these circuit components were supposed to be. Since the values were printed on the parts, which were easy to read once I removed them from the unit, I measured them and then published them here for anyone else that may run into a similar problem. To my astonishment, all these flat ribbons inside the unit are actually made of pure copper, coated with some kind of protective paint. I took the opportunity here to sand with a little bit of emery paper the copper down to get a nice good connection to my new front terminal. You can see here the fruits of my labor really paying off. This thing turns like butter. Super easy to adjust now. I am so happy I put the time into it while it was easy to access the internal parts. If you remember from the first part, I got 50 foot of 4-conductor SO cord. Yeah, I repurposed that to make a nice long extension cord. Plug this unit in. Because this is an old school piece of equipment, it doesn't have a ground. It just has the 2 hots and the neutral. The neutral, which I have here as a white wire, is just bolted to the case chassis, the lip there. And again, I do apologize. There will be a part 3 here. I just try not to make my videos too long or compress the footage too much, because then I feel it loses some of its substance. Next week I'll be building a temporary cart for the welder to ride on so I can tuck it away in my garage for the winter, and I'll be refurbishing the ground and electrode leads that come off the front of the machine. So come back then, and thanks for watching.